My name is Tanner Wheadon, and I'm a student majoring in technology management at Utah Valley University. 1 year ago, I had the incredible opportunity to come through the University Innovation Fellows program. And as part of my training to become a University Innovation Fellow, I was able to come here to the Stanford D School and to the Google Garage. And while I was here, I became fascinated by physical spaces that are dedicated to innovation. And when I returned to Utah Valley University, I started pitching this idea of having an innovation lab on our campus. But I ran into a problem. As I worked with my campus stakeholders, they all told me the same thing. They said, Tanner, this sounds like a great idea, but we don't have the space for an innovation lab. And I could empathize with that because UVU is now the largest institution in the state of Utah. We have 32,000 students, and we're on track to have 47,000 students in the next 8 years. Because of this, space is very hard to come by. So it made me think, okay, if I can't have an innovation lab, can I still teach students about design thinking? What do I really need? And I came up with 3 things. I needed Sharpies, I needed Post-it notes, and I needed rapid prototyping supplies. So I had the College of Technology and Computing purchase a mobile industrial rack, much like the ones you saw at the Stanford D School yesterday. But instead of having all the students on campus come to the makerspace, we took the makerspace to the students. And we used this rack as a prototype to prove and validate the need for this type of learning in higher education. So I had my mobile industrial rack, and I started holding free events, but I ran into a problem. And it was that most of the events looked like this. No one was there. But it was then that I learned that design thinking is a hard thing to market if people don't know what it is or how it applies to what they're doing. So what I thought was, if the students are in class, maybe I need to reach them there. So I worked with the technology management department to design 2 weeks of design thinking curriculum and integrate it into a general education course. Now the beauty of this class is that it's taught to 1,500 students from each year, and they come from all disciplines on campus. I was asked to teach a 6-hour design thinking workshop to the president of my university, the VPs, the deans, and faculty going through an executive training. I recognized if I brought all these people into a room and asked them to identify as many problems as they could about the university, it would become a total bloodbath. So instead, we asked them to come through and go through the design thinking process to reimagine the experience of disposing of trash. Because of this, they were able to look at the problem objectively, having no emotional ties to it, and really embrace the design thinking process. Then in the afternoon, we had them identify real problems at the university, and they were able to collaborate without killing each other's creative confidence. The problems they came up with range from one-ply toilet paper all the way up to diversity and inclusion at the university. And the solutions that they came up with are now being implemented throughout various committees at the school. They were able to see the endless possibilities of this type of learning. The best part of this whole experience, though, was after I spoke, I had 4 people come up to me, and they offered me space on campus for an innovation lab. And 2 of those people had told me 11 months earlier that they didn't have the space for it. It was then that I learned that telling people about design thinking and engaging them in design thinking yields 2 very different results. My 3 keys to success throughout this past year were 1, to have a strong bias towards action and not take no for an answer. 2, to become a detective and find unconventional ways of creating impact. And 3, to make your campus stakeholders look good and give them credit for the things that you're doing. So my question for you is, what can you do today to create impact? By asking myself this question each day, I've been able to create institutional change at Utah Valley University. Thank you.